We've never, ever, ever seen before a man this powerful. This is some Game of Thrones, person sitting on the Iron Throne versus not Tyrion, Tywin Lannister stuff going on right now. Who's really the most powerful man in Westeros? That's what they're talking about in Washington, D.C. Okay, so obviously I had to record a video about what's going on, guys. The world is blowing up a little bit. Trump versus Elon. I think I am the perfect person to weigh in on this because I've given it a lot of thought, and also I'm the biggest Elon Musk fan and Donald Trump fan in the world, basically. In terms of the men that I look up to the most, there are three or four, and Elon Musk and Donald Trump are in places one and two. The first thing I tweeted when I saw this was going down is I won't be taking sides. Something I will say that is refreshing on many levels is that on the right, as this war discussion debate is raging, especially on X, there isn't disdain for each other on the various sides as if it were a true civil war. You can maybe attribute this to the fact that Republicans are better at disagreeing with each other in a respectful way because they value free speech. I think, though, it's because we all know what we were collectively put through. We know that we had to band together to save humanity, and that isn't a forging that just breaks away easily. And so a lot of what I'm seeing isn't so much immediate hatred and demonizing. Oh my gosh, you're an Elon Musk fan. Oh my gosh, you're going to support Donald Trump over the country. Like, that's not happening. What's happening instead is, yes, there's a big divide, but the debate is happening. And if this was the left, that would not be happening. It would be immediate calls for violence and civil war, like if it were for the left. But we're doing better than that, a lot better than that. There is so much to this situation. I'm just going to show some of what Elon Musk has been tweeting here. Elon Musk, a couple hours ago, decided to go directly after Donald Trump in some ways. I'm not saying that he started this. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just trying to describe what's going on here. Elon Musk is upset. He's dissatisfied about this big, beautiful bill that is being passed because it's several trillion dollars. What people need to understand here is that we fulfilled the prophecy. We saved humanity. Humanity and the United States would have been over if Donald Trump didn't win. He had to win. Elon Musk knew that. Everyone knew that. No one is perfect. But when you're trying to get someone elected, like Donald Trump, and you know it's an existential threat, meaning that if we lose, it's the game's done. We don't even get to play the game anymore because then democracy, the votes will no longer matter. Democrats will dissolve the Constitution, etc. Then you don't talk about some of the flaws that Donald Trump does have, and everyone has flaws. And like I said, I'm the biggest Donald Trump fan, guys. I'm the biggest Donald Trump fan. And this is the first time out loud I've ever even said any of the flaws that I genuinely think that Donald Trump has. And I'm going to say the same thing for Elon Musk here, because we have to be honest, because truth is what gets us through this. And keep in mind, we've already won. We've already beat the Democrats. Yes, they're going to have a field day over this on CNN, but we are in power. Humanity is alive. And because humanity is alive, we have some space to be able to have this debate. And this debate is raging across X. I think it's probably raging across X more so than it is anywhere else, for sure. Bigger than YouTube, because most of YouTube is the left-wing space. We have, of course, Rumble. I'll just save you guys some time and tell you that the big players on Rumble, Crowder is very much pro-Trump. He's demonizing Elon a bit. Tim Pool, he is more pro-Elon. On Capitol Hill, the reports have been that congressmen and women have been asked to decide if they either are going to be siding with Elon Musk or Donald Trump or Elon Musk, and that's all they're talking about apparently. And we know this from people who are there right now and in the mix of things. They're posting on X about it. It's incredible that Elon Musk is as powerful as he is to rival the consequential narrative aspect in people's psyches as much as Donald Trump. Donald Trump is definitely more powerful, but I would actually say only so slightly more powerful, because people know that he is the president of the United States. And I'm not even talking about it from a force perspective where he has an army and Elon Musk doesn't have an army, because that would never come into play. What I'm saying is that Donald Trump is slightly more powerful, but the fact that it's only slightly is astounding. And this, of course, is due to Elon Musk's wealth. It's due to his insane competence and high IQ. Elon Musk is known as the smartest man in the world, the most competent man in the world, probably the most accomplished man in the world, as what he's done with SpaceX is probably more impressive than being elected president. But when you add it to Tesla as well and what he's done, it is, I would say, probably more impressive. But again, the first thing I tweeted when I saw this was going down was that I won't be taking sides. Now, with that being said, Donald Trump has said he's going to decommission, he's going to remove and terminate Elon Musk's governmental contracts and subsidies for SpaceX. This is slightly a problem and not optimal because SpaceX offers by far the greatest service for bringing people into orbit. This is just objective. It's not opinionated. We would have to literally book flights with the Russians. Otherwise, we're not able to get people into orbit. We saw that Boeing failed to even bring people back. I mean, that was extremely embarrassing. So this is not smart. This is not an optimal thing to do by Donald Trump. Elon Musk responds that SpaceX will be decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. As a result, they're going to be focusing fully on Starship. Presumably, their income is going to come from Starlink. Hopefully, they already have enough satellites in orbit, but they can always put more in orbit, I guess, through Starship. Also, incredibly, Starlink can't be shut down because it's already in orbit. So it's beyond the reach of any man, pretty much, even the world's most powerful man. So that income, that power, again, Elon Musk's power is such that people are being asked in Congress right now, who are they going to support? Because Elon Musk has called for the impeachment of Donald Trump. He retweeted a post saying Elon Musk should be impeached with 3 letters, Y-E-S. 1 hour ago, 15 million views. Many of these posts that he's done have gotten like 300, 500,000 likes, which is unbelievable. It's completely unbelievable. We've never, ever, ever seen before a man this powerful. This is some Game of Thrones, person sitting on the Iron Throne versus Tywin Lannister stuff going on right now. Who's really the most powerful man in Westeros? That's what they're talking about in Washington, D.C. I'm not going to show you every single account that's giving their opinion because this video would end up being like 5 hours. Every single big conservative account has an opinion about what's going on. I haven't seen actually a lot of conversation going on from the left, but that's to come. They're probably organizing their propaganda because they like to be extremely coordinated and uniform. They like to have one opinion, so they're trying to decide what narrative they're going to go with. Is it going to be we love Elon again? Is it going to be we hate them both? Is it going to be, oh my gosh, look at the right, haha, we're better? They're probably crafting their narrative right now. As I said, this is literally 1 to 2 hours old. So what I'm just going to show you is, in my opinion, the biggest individual flaws of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And this is hard because these two men are my biggest heroes on earth. I am the biggest Elon Musk fan and the biggest Donald Trump fan. And I've never said what I think these flaws are because we haven't had to. And as a matter of fact, the survival of humanity has hinged on us rallying behind both these men. Donald Trump can be petty, and normally this isn't a problem because the people he's petty to are inconsequential and they end up deciding to be the bigger man down the road. Ted Cruz. Take your pick of congressmen that Donald Trump has said stuff about. DeSantis. You know what I mean? Donald Trump is petty. Everyone knows he's petty. But with a man like Elon Musk, who is genuinely working to better humanity in every single way and bring us forward, Donald Trump's pettiness sets us back. Because Elon Musk is by far the most powerful man in the world besides Trump. And he doesn't have to be the bigger person if he doesn't want to be. These other guys in politics, because it all orbits the presidency, they sort of have to end up being the bigger man and being on his team and saying, let bygones be bygones. Yeah, he said this about my wife. Yeah, he said, he was sort of, he made up a childish name for me, but I'm still going to work with him, right? But Elon Musk isn't in politics. He doesn't have to do that. And he has $350 billion or something. And he has satellites in space. He has more satellites in space than governments. He has an ability to go to the moon, to go to Mars, something that governments literally don't have. The biggest car company in the world. And of course, an IQ of 160. These are all things that mean Elon Musk isn't going to just roll over like these other men Donald Trump has dealt with. And I'm not sure Trump realizes that yet, because think about it, if it were you, every other person has always done that to you. And it's been fine, whatever, right? This is sort of the way alpha personalities go. Trump's an alpha personality, but so is Elon Musk. Donald Trump's pettiness is hurting America here. Man, that's an insane thing to say. I've literally never criticized Trump for anything. And again, I'm not taking sides. I'm simply stating the truth as accurately as I can see it because this is a very important moment in history and in the timeline of humanity. So Elon Musk, sometimes for as brilliant as he doesn't see the bigger picture, I think. And you could say he sees the biggest picture of any person, right? Because he's going to Mars. He literally thinks in terms of centuries. But the bigger picture isn't just in terms of time span, it's in terms of multidimensional analysis. And the multidimensional analysis goes into the realm of what are what is the architecture of value? What is the architecture of morality? And because Elon Musk isn't quite as genius in those areas as he is in the practical material sense, you kind of got to see a little bit of that demonstrated in his conversation with Jordan Peterson. Because his IQ is so high, he was able to follow and understand every single thing Jordan Peterson said for the most part, I think. But still, it was clear he didn't think about things quite in terms of the architecture of values, and so this can set us back. I'm not even wishing that Elon Musk thought differently, because if he did, then he wouldn't be Elon Musk, and then we wouldn't have this hero of civilization, right? But if you could somehow add to what he is, this slight continuation, he may realize that this isn't the optimal hill to die on, because he thinks it is due to first principles, right? And for first principles to function, you have to base the equation on all of the variables. The problem is I think he's missing a couple of variables here. So who's right? They're both right. Elon Musk has a point. The bill's too big. It shouldn't be trillions of dollars. The government is inefficient, and it's not working optimally to serve America in the way it would if Elon Musk could just run everything. That's true. Donald Trump doesn't have to go down this route of being bombastically and unnecessarily crass with Elon, I think. Bro, weren't they just friends? Weren't they just friends, dude? You can get along, right? Hmm, maybe not. There are a couple things I do want to correct, stuff people have said. So this, what Crowder's really taking a strong defense of Trump here. He says Elon didn't jump on Trump's bandwagon until almost after he was almost legitimately killed on TV, and Elon still hasn't waited until Joe Biden dropped out. This is not correct because we knew Elon Musk supported Trump literally since 2020. When COVID started, he became a Republican. He said he supported Vance. It was obvious what team he was playing for. This is inaccurate, and it's an oversimplification and a dangerous one, because we're not going to demonize Elon Musk needlessly, considering that he did an enormous amount of work to get Trump elected. And that's to the second point, which another guy said, which I commented under here, saying that this guy claimed that Elon Musk was not the reason Trump won. We don't know that. That's literally lost in the incomprehensible calculations of history. We don't even know if Trump would have won if smaller, less influential people hadn't spoken out. I got like 4 million views in the month of October, right before the election. The margins in these swing states are small, and Elon Musk has the largest megaphone in the world. He says Trump secured his victory. This account says Trump secured his victory at this precise moment because Elon Musk said, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and the Republicans would be right. The nightmare scenario of humanity being over. And Elon Musk is saying Elon Musk believes, and maybe he's right, but we don't have proof he's right. He's just saying this is the case, that without him, Trump would not be president. Could be true, may not be true. But this guy said it's definitely not true because Trump secured his victory at this precise moment when Trump survived the assassination attempt. This is an incorrect statement, and one that we shouldn't agree with, because then we could say Elon Musk is irrelevant in the sense of his gargantuan effort and sacrificing his company, sacrificing the fact that now 40% of the country hates him for no reason. He did all of that because he knew Trump had to win. So Trump could be correct. He might be right when he says Donald would have lost the election without him. We'll never know. Maybe or maybe not. But to say absolutely for sure Trump would have won without Elon's support, you can't say that. You can't say that because Elon has the largest megaphone in the history of the planet. He literally held $1 million rallies in swing states saying, I will give you $1 million if you vote. Like, you can't discount stuff like that. Of course, also the billions, literal billions and billions of views that he funneled in to be pro-Trump in September, October. Also, I replied, the media buried this and memory hold this moment. Democrats buried this moment and memory hold it using the media. And so without Elon's gargantuan megaphone, it would have been close. It would have been close. And there's no way to know. So these people are trying to easily pick sides so they can precisely choose, am I pro Elon or pro Trump? They're not. They're trying to save themselves the effort of thinking because thinking is hard, and they'd rather just pick a side. But we have to do better than that, and we right now are the side that can do better than that because the left has, as we know, lost their relation. They divorce logic, reason, rationality so long ago. Reality to them is literally offensive and oppressive. We are the only people that are able to engage in thinking, and that's why this is still so civil. That's why this is still so civil online and people are able to disagree with each other. Because we are the ones that value free speech. We're the ones that believe in an objective truth that can be derivative of reality that we can all share and come closer to. So we shouldn't pick sides. And that's the reason why I said at the start of this, I won't be picking sides. We have to simply debate. And I'm sure people watching this, even my fans, will probably disagree with each other. They might disagree with me. Put that in the comments, because if you've got to this part in the video and you hear me saying that that debate and disagreement is good and it's what we can do, remember that. It's what we're able to do, no one else is able to do. In many ways, we are the stewards of the future of humanity because the left has decided that humanity is evil, that logic is wrong, that objective truth is inherently oppressive, and they're obsessed with race and identity. They're not able to contribute anymore. We're the only ones that can contribute. So throughout this, we need to keep that in mind, that we're the only ones that can contribute to humanity's winning. And both of these men are complete heroes. Elon Musk is objectively a hero for humanity. Donald Trump is objectively a hero for humanity. And any person that doesn't acknowledge that is being dishonest and trying not to think coherently. Do I think Trump's going to get impeached? I don't think so. I don't think so. Would it be good if he is? We've already beat the left. We've already crushed them. Vance being president, would it be good? It wouldn't be bad, but I think we should keep Trump. I think we should keep Trump. If anything, at least to send a message, and we know that Trump hasn't done anything to genuinely offend our values. In some ways, passing this bill, yes, it's a politician thing to do, but there's still a lot of good that can be done. We have to deport a lot of illegal immigrants. We have to enshrine our freedoms, our rights, so that they're impervious to future leftist attacks. Trump is the man that can do that. We know he can do that. Going to the Explore page, Elon is #1 trending. This is also extremely funny. Like I said, the left is still trying to craft their propaganda narrative. This is a good point. Trump did tweet that Trump's on the Epstein files. We already knew that he took flights on Epstein's plane. That doesn't mean that he went to the island. So this is an important distinction for people to keep in mind. This is a good point. He allowed his child to ride along with Trump, so he doesn't believe Trump's a predator. I disagree with this person saying that it's disrespectful for Elon Musk to post publicly his dissatisfaction with the pork-filled congressional spending bill. Because in a society where we can speak freely and disagree with each other, this is the standard. Speaking truth is the standard. And most of Trump's supporters would agree with this, by the way. This person says it reminds him of domestic abuse. Parents are throwing heavy objects at each other in the kitchen while he's sitting in the bedroom listening to it all. Damn. So one other problem with the whole situation is that, and this is the reason why you can't have two dads in a family, you can only have one, is because when two alpha males decide they're both right, they're not just going to agree with each other. They're not going to easily make peace. It has to be arbitrated by, in this case, all of society, basically. So as society, meaning the people that are pro-humanity, I'm not including the left in that, we need to let them know that we value both of their contributions to humanity, and both their contributions to humanity are so manifold it could never be quantified what they've both done. Elon buying X, Trump getting shot in the head, like it's unquantifiable what both these men have done for us. And it would be like ungrateful, spoiled children for us not to remember that throughout this entire process. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm sure you've already typed some stuff. Go ahead and put it there. I want to read what you guys have to say. This conversation is literally only getting started because this is a couple hours old. I'm going to see your comments. And I appreciate you guys watching this.